Hello student. Today I am going to explain you the second part of our chapter Matilda Can Do Magic. In the first part we read one day Miss Trunchbull visited the class of Matilda and she found a newt in her glass of water. Glass fell and the newt landed on Miss Trunchbull. She blamed Matilda for that, but everybody saw that Matilda did not move from her seat. After the class, Matilda wanted to tell something to her teacher, Miss Honey, and she told Miss Honey that it was she who fell the glass of water. But Miss Honey thought it only a child's imagination. What happened after that we will read in that part. Vivid imagination to run away with her. You mean you were sitting where you are now and you told the glass to topple over and it did. Now Miss Honey asked Matilda, you were sitting where you are sitting now and you only told the glass to fall down and it fell. Something like that, Miss Honey. Yes. Matilda was agree with that. If you did that, then it is just about the greatest miracle a person has performed in a long time. Now Miss Honey told Matilda, if she did that, then it is a miracle. I did it, Miss Honey. It is extraordinary, thought Miss Honey. How often small children have flights of fancy like this. She decided to put an end to it as gently as possible. Could you do it again? She asked kindly. Now Miss Honey thought it is the imagination of Matilda and she want to end the imagination of Matilda, so she kindly asked Matilda, can she could do it again? I don't know, Matilda said, but I think I might be able to. Matilda answered Miss Honey that she didn't know, but she thought she might be able to do that again. Miss Honey moved the empty glass to the middle of the table. Should I put water in it? She asked, smiling a little. Now Miss Honey put a glass in the middle of the table and asked Matilda, can she put water in it? I don't think it matters, Matilda said. Matilda replied Miss Honey that it doesn't matter. Very well then, go ahead and tip it over. Now Miss Honey said Matilda to tip the glass. It may take some time. Matilda said Miss Honey that it might take some time. Take all the time you want, Miss Honey said. I'm in no hurry. And Miss Honey replied that she was not in a hurry. She can take her time. Matilda, sitting in the second row, about 10 feet away from Miss Honey, put her elbows on the desk and cupped her face in her hands, and this time she gave the order right in the beginning, tip glass, tip. She ordered, but her lips did not move and she made no sound. Now, after that, Matilda sat on the second row, about 10 feet away from Miss Honey, and he was in the posture which you saw in the pic, and she ordered the glass to fall, but her lips was not moving. She ordered, but her lips didn't move and she made no sound. She simply shouted the word inside her head, and now she concentrated the whole of her mind and her brain and her will up into her eyes. It means now she collected his all power of mind, brain, and focus on her eyes. And once again, but much more quickly than before, she felt electricity gathering and the power was beginning to surge, and the hotness was coming into the eyeballs. When he collect all the powers, her eyeball becomes hot, and then the millions of tiny invisible arms with hands of them were shooting out towards the glass, and without making any sound at all, she kept shouting inside her head for the glass to go over. It means Matilda was giving command to the glass to fall. She saw it wobble, then it tilted, then it toppled right over and fell with a tinkle on the tabletop, 12 inches from Miss Honey's folded arms. And after some time, she saw that the glass moved and fell from the table. Miss Honey's mouth dropped open and her eyes stretched so wide you could see the whites all round. It means Miss Honey was very surprised to see that. She didn't say a word. She couldn't. The shock of seeing the miracle performed had struck her dumb. When Miss Honey saw that miracle, she became dumb. Dumb means the person who can't speak. She gaped at her glass, leaning well away from it now as though it may be a dangerous thing. Now she was little bit afraid and she was thinking that it was dangerous thing. Then slowly she lifted her head and looked at Matilda. She saw the child white in the face, as white as paper, trembling all over, the eyes glazed, staring straight ahead and seeing nothing. And when she saw Matilda, she was white like a paper and she was trembling, and her eyes were shining. The whole face was transfigured, the eyes round and bright, and she was sitting there speechless. Now the child was looking completely changed and she was not speaking anything. The eyes were changed, face were changed. Miss Honey waited, trembling a little herself, and watched the child as she slowly stirred. Now Miss Honey was also trembling, and then suddenly, click, went her face into a look of almost angelic calm. I am all right, she said and smiled. Now she became calm and smiled, and she said she was all right. Quite all right, Miss Honey, so don't be alarmed. Matilda, said Miss Honey, don't be afraid, I am all right. You seem so far away, Miss Honey, whispered awestruck. Miss Honey was surprised. She said, you are looking very far away. Oh, I was. I was flying past the stars on silver wings. Matilda said, it was wonderful. And Matilda said Miss Honey that she was very far away. She was flying past the star on silver wings, and it was a wonderful experience. Miss Honey was still gazing at the child in absolute wonderment, as though she were the creation, the beginning of the world, the first morning. Miss Honey was still surprised, and she was watching her like the creation or the beginning of the world or the first morning. It went much quicker this time, Matilda said quietly. It's not possible, Miss Honey was gasping. I don't believe it. Miss Honey was still unable to believe it. She closed her eyes and kept them closed for quite a while, and when she opened them again, it seems as though she had gathered herself together. Would you like to come back and have tea at my cottage? She asked. Now, Miss Honey asked Matilda to come to her cottage and take tea. Oh, I had loved to, Matilda said. Now Matilda was angry. Good, collect your things and I'll meet you outside in a couple of minutes. You wouldn't tell anyone about this thing that I did, will you, Miss Honey? Before leaving the class, Matilda asked Miss Honey that if she would tell anyone about this, what she did. I wouldn't dream of it, Miss Honey said. But Miss Honey replied that she would not tell it anyone. I hope you will understand this part. If you have any problem or any query, you can ask.